Jared here with carbuzz.com, and this week I'm driving the 2022 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 things I love about this truck and 5 things that I think Nissan could improve on. If you want a more in-depth look at the Nissan Frontier, be sure to check the link in the description below. Let's start with the positives first. The first thing I really like about the new Frontier is that it truly looks new. The outgoing Frontier looked its age, but this new one might be the most handsome truck in the mid-size segment. We've got these nice LED headlights, we've got a big bold grille with some red accents here, big Frontier written across the side, and if you get the Pro 4X trim, you get underbody skid plating that we'll talk about a little bit later. Nissan offers a ton of good colors on this truck as well. You can get green, beige, this awesome blue. I love these beadlock capable wheels that are optional and not super expensive either. I also love coming back here, we've got this sport bar here that leads me to the second thing I like about the Frontier, the NISMO accessories. Nissan has over 80 accessories available for this truck, including this cool bed step right here that also comes with a handle to help you get into the bed. Now, I mentioned earlier this sport bar. It doesn't add any crash safety, but it definitely looks cool here in the back of the Frontier. We've also got these cool and aggressive running boards that will stand up to off-road use and mud flaps, but be sure to check out the NISMO website to see all of the available accessories. On to the third thing I like about the Frontier, the engine. This truck is not just aggressive looking on the outside, it's gutsy under the hood. We've got a new 3.8 liter V6 engine producing 310 horsepower. That makes it the most powerful truck in its class. Made into a 9-speed automatic transmission, this powertrain is a crowd pleaser. On to the fourth thing that I really like about the Frontier, that being the interior technology. This is a massive improvement from the outgoing Frontier, which felt about as well equipped as a cave. We've now got this optional 9-inch touchscreen that does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. There's also a smaller 8-inch screen that still gets all of those features. As part of a $2,790 premium package, the Frontier gets a 10-speaker Fender audio system, heated leather seats, and a moonroof. Add the $990 technology package to get adaptive cruise control, traffic sign recognition, lane keep assist, and more. And the final thing I like about the Nissan Frontier is this rugged Pro 4X trim level. Now, it's not as off-roady as something like a Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro or a Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison, but the Pro 4X is pretty capable when you get it off the paved road. This trim level adds Bilstein shocks, a locking rear differential, and underbody skid plates to keep you protected in the case of a big bump. If you plan to do any sort of off-roading in your Frontier, I suggest opting for the Pro 4X. So I've already mentioned all the things that I like about the Nissan Frontier, but now it's time to talk about some areas where I think Nissan could improve this truck. Starting with number 1, the capability. I mentioned that this V6 engine is the most powerful one in the midsize segment, but that doesn't mean it's the most capable. The Frontier can tow up to 6,720 pounds, which is lower than the Chevy Colorado, the Ford Ranger, and the Toyota Tacoma. It only bests the Honda Ridgeline and the Jeep Gladiator. Unfortunately, the story is the same when you talk about payload and fuel economy. There are rivals in the segment that just do it better than the Frontier. And unfortunately, since Nissan no longer offers a base 4-cylinder model, there are a bunch of trucks in this segment that are less expensive and get better fuel economy. The next thing I don't like about the Frontier is its old bones. This is technically an all-new truck, but it's still based on a modified version of the outgoing Frontier. This means that the ride is a little bit choppy. It has an older hydraulic steering rack that feels extremely heavy compared to other trucks in this segment. If you like the feeling of driving an older, more basic truck, you might enjoy the Frontier, but I happen to like things that feel a little bit more modern, so I would opt for one of this truck's other rivals. The third thing I don't love about the Frontier is that the Pro 4X, while capable off-road, is not the most rugged you can buy in this segment. I mentioned that options like the Colorado ZR2 and Gladiator Rubicon are way more capable if you're doing any sort of low-speed rock crawling. While we have a locking differential in the rear, it would be really nice if Nissan offered a trim above this with either a front or a center locking differential and some beefier off-road tires. My fourth gripe with the Frontier is the back seat. Now, having a tiny back seat is not just a Frontier problem. A lot of trucks in the midsize segment have this issue as well, but the Frontier is small even when compared to things like the Tacoma and the Ranger. I don't have that much legroom or headroom, and I'm sitting very much upright. Now, this is only an issue if you plan to use the back seat a lot. Maybe you're planning to use the Frontier as your family vehicle, but it is something I would consider when purchasing. And the last gripe I'm going to mention isn't necessarily specific to the Frontier, but it's just how much competition exists in the small pickup truck segment. The Chevy Colorado, GMC Canyon, Ford Ranger, and Toyota Tacoma all offer more capability and more trim and engine options. The Jeep Gladiator offers vastly better off-road ability and a removable roof, while the Honda Ridgeline aims at a more casual audience with a more comfortable ride and car-like driving manners. Then there's the Ford Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz, which offer a more compact size, better fuel economy, and lower starting prices. With so much competition in the small pickup truck space, it may be hard to find a reason to recommend the Frontier. We really hope you've enjoyed this look at the 2022 Nissan Frontier. If you want to watch our full review, remember the link is in the description below. And as always, if you could leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell to be alerted of our latest videos, that would be a big help. I'll see you next time.